In this moment in time, the topic of evil has crossed many people's minds. If you look around today at the news, at what's happening in our communities, what's happening in our families, where families are divided, it does feel sometimes like there is this pressure, like something collectively is ready to burst, is ready to free itself, is ready to step into the next level. And it can be very difficult to find peace inside at a time like this sometimes. And so I'm going to share with you a process that I've gone through that has helped me to find peace. And really, this was a gift through a dream. So I'll share that dream and then we'll talk through it. Welcome, beautiful ones. My name is Marlo McKenzie. This is Joy Dialogues. This is the show 42 Days of Joy. And in this episode, I'm focusing on the topic of evil. So we'll just jump right into the dream that I had that really helped me to process a lot of the things that are going on right now. I'm with an acquaintance. We're on school grounds and she's leading me to a meeting where she plans to introduce me to new people. On the way, we pass a basketball court and she points out a man to me. Half of his body looks like rawhide, tan and skinless, dead, alien, hairless. There's just an empty socket where an eye once was. The other half of the man is alive. He has black hair, beautiful skin, and beautiful eyes. 2 horns grow on either side of his head. I understand that the dried half of his body is the female side of him, and the flourishing side is the male. As we pause there, taking in his unusual appearance that some might even call grotesque, my acquaintance says, "That's Beelzebub." And the dream me understands all at once that this is what evil is. Evil is imbalance. So that dream arrived after I had been asking for an understanding of evil. And so for me, this dream was a huge leap forward in terms of understanding evil and things we see that we can't understand that just seem so terrible, where we're asking ourselves, how is this possible? How is it possible that this is happening today in terms of the feminine and the masculine being out of balance? That is an entirely different video, but it is something that we could talk about if you're interested in another video. But coming back to the dream, having this to guide me has helped to change so many things around my understanding. So I'm going back into my childhood now, and many of us have traumas in our childhood. One of the things for me was my father was abusive to our family. My childhood kind of emotion around my father was fear, just this tiptoeing around, avoid being near him because trouble would happen. But he wasn't always a mean person. He was a very wonderful father in many, many ways. He showed up, he supported us financially. He was our biggest champion around pursuing excellence in education and excellence in sports and staying healthy and being fit. And he would come to all of our games. So many beautiful aspects to my dad, and yet there were also these other aspects that were very, very dark. And yes, what the dream kind of shows us is that when people are doing things that could be called evil, it's really this imbalance inside of the person. It's the light not getting in, and a part of them is just like this image that I had in the dream. It's just completely dead or dried. It doesn't have life. It's not really that authentic person. It's not that person, it's just imbalance or disharmony, or however you prefer to view it, or what words work for you. I just keep coming back to imbalance, which is what the dream showed me. So that helped me to understand that all of us are on this journey where we are connected to what some of us think of as God or source or oneness or unity or nature or Gaia, however you want to think of it. And then there are moments where we're very disconnected. We get knocked off out of that connection. And if we continue that as a pattern, it does lead to this image that I saw in the dream. It leads to this complete imbalance, and that imbalance can cause us to take actions or do things that are evil or harmful to ourselves or others. And so really beginning to see myself and other people as in this dance where we are walking through life at various levels of connection to the oneness, to this beautiful place of source, of love. And whether or not we are connected to that is going to impact our perception and our actions. And so that was really helpful to me to bring in just a gentleness and to begin to cultivate kind of a feeling, an aim of like being more inside of unconditional love. What this means is if I am in a relationship where there is a repeated pattern of harm, yes, I would move towards something that I'm more compatible with, which is gentleness and ease. But as I do that, I would have compassion for them to the extent that I can, to the extent that my heart can. That itself is a struggle. When people really harm you, the level to which you can find compassion might vary, and some people may never want to go there, and that's, you know what, that's fine. We all have our own journey, and whatever gives us ease is what we need to follow. Some of this energy of what I have learned is coming over to you as kind of a gift, and you can feel into that and see, is there something there I would like to lift up and integrate into me, or maybe not. And that's completely fine. To summarize that, finding an understanding of evil as imbalance helped me to really come into peace around what's happening in our culture today, what's happening that we see in the news. It's helped me come into peace around myself. And when I do things that are unconscious, or when I have judgments that I place upon myself that are not loving towards myself, it's really helped me to be aware that, you know, and ask daily, am I in connection with love? Am I lining up with love, with my higher self, with source? And so this has been something that's helped me, and I'd love to hear what has helped you in your journey of understanding, you know, traumas and evil and things that are really, really painful. And it would be just wonderful to have a conversation in the comments section, or reach out to me. Feel free to reach out. I would love to hear your story. And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll see you next time.